what it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, man. It's official. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that I heard that F.A. Ajagba, the heavyweight contender, had left Premier Boxing Champions for Top Rank. It's official, like a referee whistle. He's also split from Ronnie Shields, and Ronnie Shields was just on the Boxing Voice, basically talking about the split and how he got blindsided. But let's talk about that. Also, a little bit later in the video, we'll talk about Gary Russell, and I'll put that link in the description or the source link so you can check that out, saying that he will step in and face Teofimo, Lopez, or Lomachenko since the fight seems to be falling apart. Let's get into it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And, F.A. Ajagba, he was kind of, to be honest, and he's left Ronnie Shields for Coach K, who's with Michaela Fox, Jared Hurd, Shakir Stevenson. And Coach K is really, really building up a nice stable of fighters. So I don't know exactly what it is about Coach K that everybody's gravitating towards him. I see Shakir Stevenson is doing pretty good, but you got to remember there's a connection there. Jay Prince manages Shakir Stevenson, who, basically is trained by Coach K, but we'll get into the Ronnie thing a little bit later. So, most people say people don't leave Al Haymon to go to Top Rank. It's happened before, all right? You've seen David Benavidez actually went over to Top Rank, people forget, and tried to break his contract with Samson Boxing, and basically he took a cash signing bonus from Top Rank of $250,000. I believe Ring Magazine had that story if you look it up, and Samson Boxing proved the contract was legit. Al Haymon gave the money back to Bob. So then David Benavidez stayed with Samson Boxing under the PBC banner. So we've seen situations where people leave PBC and go to Top Rank. Now, what is the benefit of going to Top Rank? Probably more money, knowing when you're going to fight, not fighting randomly. Also, as a heavyweight, they got a lot of heavyweights at their disposal. They got Joe Joyce. They got the new big baby, Jared Anderson. They also got Oscar Rivas. They have ties to Daniel Du Bois, Tyson Fury. I mean, you can just keep going on and on and on at the heavyweight prospects that they do have. So, personally for him, the issue I get from PBC fighters is that they don't know when they're going to fight. That's why Daniel Jacobs left. Danny said he got tired of knowing when he, not Ronnie, but at the time, Andre Rozier said they got tired of, pretty much not knowing when they was going to fight. And there was no structure. There was no solid fight dates or concrete fight dates. So they left. So for F.A. Ajagba, he'll know when he'll be fighting, what time, the venue, back, especially when boxing comes back to normal. So for him, he also hasn't probably got a network deal with ESPN. So some people don't know when they're going to, I might be fighting in May, or July, no, August. So people want to know when they're going to be fighting. So in Top Rank is run with more structure, okay? And also he's got guaranteed contract minimums and all that other stuff. But and also all the heavyweights over there. Now that Deontay Wilder don't have a belt, most people believe he won't get the belt back. Who else there to fight? You fight Andrew Ruiz for nothing. You fight Ortiz for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just really nobody over there to fight. So now that the belt is gone. All right. Also, it's easier to make an AJ fight if you want to make that fight because Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum have somewhat of a working relationships. Now, with the Coach K and Ronnie Shields switch. Now, Ronnie Shields sounded like he was a little bit salty, talking to Ness on the Boxing Voice. Sounded like he was trying to be nonchalant about it, but you could tell the emotions. He said they didn't really have no friendship or whatever. But then again, he said he took care of him when he came over from Nigeria, wherever he came from, the United States. So you could just tell it was some personal feelings involved. He was hurt that F.A. Ajagba left him. He said he actually hung up on the phone when I guess he was trying to explain it. But for a few weeks now, I knew he was going to Top Rank. I talked about that a couple weeks ago. The word was around and everybody was pretty much saying it. So he said he was blindsided by it. I guess he thought he was going to switch over to Top Rank and take Ronnie with him. But for Ronnie got cut. And to be honest, I seen some things that just wasn't getting cleaned up. Like Jamal and F.A. Ajagba, they just stiff. There's no bending at the waist. They fight the same damn way. Stiff fighters. And at some point in time, they both gonna get exposed. He got dropped by old boy on Fox, I think it was, and Ajagba just looked real stiff, looked real kind of repetitive in his punches. You know what I'm saying? It was no bending at the waist. There was no slipping, no dipping. His footwork wasn't getting better. In my opinion, it was the right move to make the league, Ronnie Shields. I didn't see no real improvement for him at all. And hopefully Coach K can make those improvements. He one of the new high-shot young coaches out there. And I think Jay Prince helped him make that move. Maybe he wanted to keep Ronnie, and Jay Prince said, I think you should go up here with Coach K. You can get better. Your last performance wasn't that good. Or your second from last performance. But he wasn't showing no real growth as far as a heavyweight boxer. Footwork was just, he's still walking dudes down, stiff as a pencil. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, neck hurting. Stiff as a pencil, not slipping and dipping, not getting on his toes and showing angles, and you know what I'm saying? He just looked real slow and lethargic, and it was just a matter of time with Ronnie Shields where somebody was going to tap that ass. All right, we know that. So he moving on. Am I totally shocked by it? No, it's a business. Ronnie kept saying it's a business. I move on from it. Ronnie's lost to quite a few fighters. He regained Rigondeaux, but he lost Arizona Lara, who's with Ishmael Salas. He lost Jamel Charlo, who's with Derrick James now. So really, he just left with Jamal Charlo. He probably got some other fighters that he messed with, but he really left with Jamal Charlo. And Ajagba, I don't think under Ronnie Shields he was going to be a world champion, to be honest. I still don't think he's going to be a world champion. Coach K hasn't showed me nothing with the new fighters that he got, and it's been premature. Very, very premature. So, you need time to change the Jared Hurd. So, with getting Jared Hurd and getting Ajagba, it's going to take time for him to mold them. And he trying to totally rehaul Jared Hurd's style. We ain't heard nothing from Jared Hurd. So hopefully he's been working on his boxing. They trying to turn him into a sticker and a mover and how to use his height and his reach. And I just don't see that happening. But he raw enough to still mold him. You know what I'm saying? But I thought they should kind of just make minor adjustments and teach him how to kind of roll and kind of roll shots and do some things that Robert Garcia did with Marcos Maidana. But not sure, that's what they're doing. I think they're trying to rehaul this style. But for Jared Hurd, with the pandemic, it's a great time. It's really benefiting him where he could just work and he can work on things in the gym, work on the pads, work on, the bag. The bag is able for the coach to see all the deficiencies, keeping his hands up. His last fight, he was out there trying to work on some things and stick with the game plan, and he looked terrible doing it. But you don't rebuild the fighter in one day. Ron wasn't building a day, and this ain't Rocky. You ain't going to just change your style over one training camp. So, he jumped shit from PBC, and also you got to understand, ain't a belt over at PBC no more. So Al done burned a lot of bridges, with this Wilder thing and, with Frank Warren and Bob Arum and them. So it's nothing over there. So in actuality, Al Haymon might pull out the heavyweight division. He got Andy, he got Ortiz, he got a few other guys. If Wilder don't win, shit, it might be over with for him in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? So, Ajagba going with the winning team, So I wasn't shocked. Do I expect him to be a world champion? To be honest, no. I like the Anderson kid better. I like the boys better, but who knows? Maybe Coach K can show him some different things, and he can show him how to get off a lot better than what he's getting off. But, I think he did need to make the switch from Ronnie. I didn't see the improvements. And I seen Jamal Charlo making some improvements, you know what I'm saying? But once again, him and the FA just really, really stiff in their approach and really, really repetitive, man. But let's keep moving on. Gary Russell was talking to, I forget the channel's name, but I put the interview in the description on the source link. And he said he'd step in and fight Loma and Teofimo Lopez since they're having troubles in negotiations. The issue is that Gary Russell not going to bring a lot of pay-per-views neither. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to bring a lot of pay-per-views, so they're going to have the same problem. Gary Russell going to want more than $1.2 million to fight Lomachenko. He going to want more than $1.2 million to fight Teofimo Lopez. So, to be honest, it ain't no point even talking about it. He had a deal to go over the top rank. Al won't let him take it. Al didn't want to make the Devin Haney fight. Devin Haney dad said they couldn't get Al to put up one penny for the fight. So, to be honest, Gary Russell just going to be where he is. Fighting is mandatory. Trying to stay more active. They're not trying to deliver him the Leo Santa Cruz fight. They're not trying to deliver him no type of fight. So he can say, oh, I do this. I'm my own boss. If he's such his own boss, why he can't go over there and make the fight? Why couldn't he took the top rank contract that they had ready for him? Because Al Haymon won't let him take it. So him going out here saying that I'll step in, I'll step in, I'll step in. No, he can't. He can't. His hands is tied. He can talk all the junk he wants to. And even if he could step in financially, it's not enough money going around. Bob Arum, if he ain't gonna pay Teofimo Lopez, he damn sure ain't gonna pay no black man to step in and fight no damn Lomachenko again. You know what I'm saying? So the money is just simply not there for Gary Russell. So Gary can say whatever you want to say. Well, I step in and fight him. I do this, I do that. You won't. You know what I'm saying? You was trying to price yourself very, very high from what it sounded like the interview he did with Devin Haney dad to fight Devin Haney. So if you gonna be fighting a 3-belt or a 1-belt fight with T.O. or 3-belt unification with Lomachenko, you're gonna want more than $1.2 million. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what the situation is. He can say what he'd do. He not willing to take a price drop, to jump up 2 weight classes and take that fight. He's just not willing to do it. We know it. And if he is willing to do it, Al's still not gonna let him do it. So for him saying all this stuff that he gonna do, it just sound like clout. You still ain't dropped your WBC belt, what people saying. You still ain't officially moved up 1 or 2 weight classes, what people saying. Right now, he just sound like that little engine that think he can, but it won't turn over and start. Gary just trying to remain irrelevant because whatever Al Haymon got against him, whatever PBC got against him, whatever went wrong in their relationship, some person DM me and was like, oh, it's because he lost to Lomachenko and Al wasted money. Al wastes money all the time. He wasted money on these tune-up fights. So if he truly mad about the dude losing to Lomachenko, it happens in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he went out there and got knocked out in the round. But it's truly unfortunate how he getting treated, but we don't know why. He could be out here saying, playing the victim role, this, that, and the third, but he could have cussed out Al. Obviously, he cussed out Floyd on the phone when Floyd told him to stop picking on Tank. And, at the end of the day, at this point for him, I hope he's saving as much money as possible. If I'm him, I'm going to pick up a trade. I'm going to be a plumber. I'm going to get my real estate license, or I'm going back to school with the money I'm making, because ultimately Gary Russell's career not going to end well. Okay, he gonna be old, and that's when they gonna try to put him in there with somebody. They intentionally holding his career back, and Gary Russell gonna get knocked the fuck out by somebody. Watch, Gary Russell gonna be old, and they gonna say, I told you he was overrated, but when he was 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, nobody wanted to, want to smoke with him. And it's unfortunate that politics can hold you down no matter how talented Gary Russell is. It's politics. You got somebody that's 32 years old who willing to fight anybody in the world, but still fighting on the undercard. Come on. This dude, he main event, then he undercard. You just don't understand. But we know he not jumping up 2 weight classes and taking the money that Lopez was offering, or taking that low ball out Bob Arum money. We know that. And I know kind of in the back of his mind, he said, I know he wish he never even signed with Al. Now people say, well, if he said him and Al, they just got a working relationship. It's more than that, bro. He ain't telling the full story. Tell you that right now. If he could, why not just leave? If somebody beating your ass at, a crib, and you can leave, why wouldn't you? It ain't, he can't leave Al. He know it. I know it. Everybody know. If he was to leave Al, if he could leave, if the treatment is so bad, and everybody can see the treatment is bad. You know what I'm saying? He getting treated terrible over there. Why not leave? Because he can't. He tried to leave for the zone. He tried to leave for Top Rank. Al said no. And Al starved him out for whatever reason. Maybe down the line he do a book, or maybe down the line when his career over with and his brother's career over with, he speak on it. But his mouth, the way he was talking to Floyd, like how he told it, and the way kind of he come off is, he cool as hell when you meet him. But, kind of you could tell like he don't take no shit. You could tell he pissed off Al Haymon. And you already know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum and PBC and Floyd Mayweather, like I told you about the Mickey Bay story. DeJuan Blake, his cousin, they shelved Mickey Bay over a personal issue. So it's ran like a mom and pop shop. Gary done said something to Al Haymon, done cuss Al Haymon out, or he done did something I don't like, and Al holding a personal grudge against him. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly what he did to him, but at the end of the day, you got to understand he got brothers that's trying to feed their family and make ends meet. So if Al Haymon blacklists them from the boxing, all of them don't eat. So it's unfortunate. And look how he doing his little brother, one of the best prospects, better than Joey Spencer. And he pushing Joey Spencer like he hates Zeus. it is no disrespect. Joey Spencer can go on to be a better fighter, but right now, Gary Anton Russell is better. But it is what it is. We know it's not going to happen. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, response, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support, man. Check our boxing news playlist out. Congratulations to FN Ajagba on his new contract. We'll see where those endeavors take him. He signed with Jay Prince as well. He fired Ronnie Shields and picked up Coach K, Koroma. So let me know what you guys think about that switch. Let me know what you think about Gary Russell saying that he'll step in for Teo or Loma to fight one of those guys since the unification belt is falling apart. That interview's in the description of the source link, so go check out that channel. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter again, Facebook group, all the links in the description. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, or you want to chop it up, want to make a donation to the channel, make sure you subscribe, bell icon, button, thumbs up the video, comment. But every time what helps is share the video. Also, Cash App, PayPal's in the description. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Check out the Cash App, CJ Good 313. PayPal link there. But hey, just hit that share button and share it with somebody. One time for the one time. We're done.